Maybe we'll do like 15 more minutes and then hi Al, back again. So let's go in and we'll do 15 more minutes, see if we can't maybe get the outline completed, get an initial layer set up, and then we'll come back and we'll do the rest. As mentioned, assessing this, I know vector artall is kind of a different mindset. We need to look at objects and not one flat piece, right? We need to know circle, circle, rectangle, rectangle, circle, 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 square, square, really big, odd shape around the outside, okay? We know that this shape around the outside is one piece. Yes, right? And that will encompass all of our little pieces within that we're gonna be drawing manually. And I say drawing manually, we're gonna use the pen tool, of course, and some of you are like, dude, I really dislike you right now. And that's okay, that's my gig. Now, let's get started. You ready? We, again, just have an idea of how you wanna tackle something like this. We have a template ready to rock, so we know we can lay down shapes with our rectangle tool. If you want to hit the M, that will get you to the rectangle, or go here to the rectangle. Command Y, Command Y, Command Y, 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 Y. I don't know why, because I love you. There we go, right? Good. Get rid of it. So Command Y is great. That will allow us to see as we draw. Extremely important. Now, what I'd like you all to do is double click and let's go into the layer. Actually, don't even need to double click it. Let's get a layer started. As mentioned, start out to in. I'm gonna call this layer out and go dark blue. I like to say slug. You can call it, you know, background or whatever. You can name it whatever you like, but please don't leave it untitled. You won't, I can't give you full marks if you don't name your layers. That's extremely important. Also, just if you're doing your screenshot, we'll get there. Please take a screenshot of layers, and we're gonna need links as well. We'll get there together, but just kind of more to the wise. Now, we can in fact grab the pen tool. If you're trying to draw right now, you're gonna notice you got a pen with a little
Serge?
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt. Could I ask a question? How did you change the opacity to 20% on the template?
Amazing. Double click on it. And dim images is right here. And you just manually change that. So double click right here, Margarita. Open it up. Click on template. That'll be the first thing. You'll find that it'll automatically dim it to 50%. And what I did was I just forced it to 20. And hit OK.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
No problem. Yeah, it's really helpful actually, because yeah, we want to be able to, yeah, it's good, it's good. All right, cool. So new layer all, right? Click new layer. You can click, and we're gonna do dark outline maybe. That's good, right? However you want to call it. Now, spacebar, move around. Woo, doo, 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 doo. Right, cool. Spacebar command, zoom in. All right, okay. If you don't have a mouse yet, highly recommend it, because I'm gonna be using right click quite a bit, and using a trackpad with right click can be a pain in the arse, just saying. Now, I'm gonna go here and let's see if we can't get into the ellipse tool. We know L, yeah, cool. If you're like, dude, I'm not gonna remember that, just go to the ellipse tool, it's right here. You may have the rectangle on, okay? So click, hold that down, and let's go into the ellipse. Now, this in fact is a circle, just like our basic shape, isn't it? So let's start there. Should we? Or maybe we'll just do the pen tool. You guys are like, no pen tool. Yeah, let's use the pen tool. That's good practice. So you could in fact go in and draw a circle here, right? Now, if we command Y for a second, remember I like to split the difference in these shapes, right? So I then go ahead and draw an ellipse. So I have my ellipse on. You may want to hold Shift down when you do that, okay? I'm also in Command Y, notice. So making my life a little easier. Right now I have a white fill and a green fill, white stroke. The reason being is the last item that I had created was white and green. And remember, it picks up the last thing that we worked on. or touched. So I'm going to go, and you guys can do this with me. I'm just going to move that circle. Notice if you're in outline mode, it makes it a little bit cumbersome to try to grab it. So if you're trying to grab it in outline mode and you're like, Mitch, this is not working for me. Remember, outline mode, you need to select on that actual like line segment. If you find it easier, you can do this. But the problem with this, of course, is you can't see it. Another thing we can do is hit the D key. Remember, that will get us back to default. Okay, or you can go up and manually change it this way, right? White fill and black stroke. We can, of course, try this, and you can go in and you can remove the fill. Again, I just find this is not as accurate as doing the Command Y, because I literally am a hairline line, and I can get it right on the money. Okay, sound good? You'll notice I'm just using my little pulleys, right? I had shift held down, and maybe I don't want that, and maybe we'll do something that looks like that. Okay, we'll just leave that where it is for now. Okay, we of course will duplicate it over here to do the next little guy over here. You know what the hell, let's do that now. So go here, select on this circle. Yes, Command Y if you'd like. We'll adjust the, there actually is not a stroke on this. This is going to be one piece. Oh, good thing I just said that. I'm used to using my pen tool for this. I always change this up. What I'd like you to do all, instead, don't split the difference like I just said. And you're like, dude, no, do this instead, okay? We are going to take this blue slug, and we want to make sure that we draw around the blue area. So it's one big piece. If I did it this way, undo, that is going to split the difference. I need to expand stroke and blah, blah, blah. Don't need to do that. I want this to be one piece. So just go ahead. Sorry, I digress. Go in and just get it so it's right on the outline of that circle. Okay? Option, we know is duplicate. Fantastic. Option, click and drag. And I want you to create an exact duplicate. As you move it, hold shift. Try that one more time with me. If you don't have the black arrow on, you can hit the V key or Command, of course. Option, click, drag. As you drag with Command and Option clicked, hold down Shift. And I'm just going to place that there. Okay? Well, we got two little, it looks like he's got little rocket boots now, right? We can make these little flames if we want. Oh, that'd be fun. Maybe we'll do that. Okay, so there we go. We've got boots. Okay, what I'd like everyone to do is we'll come back to this stuff and we'll do Pathfinder and all that fun stuff soon. That being said, let's just get into redrawing this, okay? Again, you can do this with the rectangle tool if you so choose, right? And we can make shapes like so. Let's not do this though. I want us again, let's get into the pen tool. Probably should have just done this to begin with, but some of you might be like, oh, I hate the pen tool. The trick to this all is make sure if we need to, and what we're gonna do at the end, everyone, I wanna show this to you, is we're gonna unite these pieces, okay? So I have this piece and we have this piece. At the end of the day, with all of the pieces that we have, we are going to hit the Unite key in our Pathfinder right here. Notice the Unite is right here. And if I click on the Unite, notice what happens. If you want to go Window Pathfinder, open up your Pathfinder for a second. Hold Command down. That's your white arrow. Okay. Just draw a rectangle overlapping this circle like I've done here. Any rectangle, doesn't matter. Okay. So you can just go in and we'll draw a rectangle. Now, Command, black arrow, select, let go of Command, Unite. Cool. I got a light bulb, upside down light bulb, right? Notice, that's kind of neat. I wanted to show that to you because that's what we need to get to. In order for Unite to work, everyone, is we need to make sure we're overlapping objects like so. Yes? So this is cool, but this is not cool because we need to fill it in. We need it to connect, right? Like so. All right, makes sense? So anyway, let's get back to the pen tool. P. Notice I hit the T, or sorry, tab. T is your text tool, we know. You can try that if you want. Good. Don't go to T, go to P as in Peter. And we'll go here and let's just start drawing. You ready? Do this with me. If you've already moved on and you're doing it, great. Now, I have my rubber band on. So it's going to tell me where my, my next line is going to lie. So just click, click, try that again. What I'm going to do here is click. I'm going to hold shift down and I'm going to go right about here and click. Yes. Now rubber band is telling me I'm on a straight line. What I'd like you to do is hold option down. Options are best friend. Click, drag out. We have now officially created a cusp, right? It's coming from a straight line now to a bend. I'm going to just do this and put the bend right about there, okay? Because I know that this hand is a circle in essence. Oh, check it out. How beautiful is that rubber band now? It's telling me that with this bend that I created, you can hold option down at any time, move your pulley around. The option key is going to be probably the #1 key that you touch on when you're using your pen tool, okay? We're gonna go here. I'm going to click. You don't need to do anything. It actually made a really nice bend for us, okay? Now notice Illustrator's awesome. If you don't click on anything, it'll automatically go to a straight line. This is where Photoshop has to catch up, okay? Now I can go click. Don't bend, just click, click. 2 straight lines. Nice.
Sorry, Mitch. Could you back up to how you created that curvy second line?
Of course.
Sorry.
So we're here. I want you to hold option key down and hover over top of the point where that line ends. You're going to get a pen with a little V probably, or an upside, or an N, I guess it is. And if you click with the option key held down, it'll give you the ability to drag a pulley out. Okay. And you can do that at any time, right? If you want to do that, right? So even if I do it on the flies, notice how I've deselected everything. If I hold my option key down, it'll give us the V, or the upside down V, the kind of N, right? Now, if I hold option and I hover over top, notice what happens. My pen tool goes from a regular, a pen to the V. As I hover over top of this open line segment, it's telling me that I've got a line. This is telling me that you're about to connect and rejoin, which is amazing. Click and drag. And that will give us our pulley to begin with. And what I'd like you to do all is just put your pulley, kind of break the difference right about there. See where I put that? Something like that would be great. And that will give you kind of a nice bend and click. If you want to go in and adjust this, which I typically do as I'm drawing an object, I will go in and massage. See this? I hit my option key and I'm going to go in and change and massage things as I go. That makes my life really easy so that it's going to be less rework when I have to come back to it. Okay. So I'm going to click on the artboard anywhere. Now I want you to go back here. You'll notice it's giving me a pen with a line on it. And I'm going to click. That is telling me you're about to reconnect the line, which is beautiful. Okay. Also notice with the rubber band, it's telling me it's a straight line. Did you get that okay, Margarita?
Not really. I didn't get the same. I don't know. I think I did something wrong right from the beginning, but it's okay. I'll rewatch the video later.
Okay. Did you get a straight line from here to here?
Yes, I did that.
Okay. And your pen tool is on, correct?
My pen tool is on.
All right. Hold the option key. You got option held down?
Yes, but I get just the like
V.
open. Yeah.
Good. Hover over top of the node.
Yes.
You should have a pen with a line in it.
Oh, I get it now.
Good?
Yes.
So click. Don't let go. Drag out. That's your pulley.
Okay. I got
All right?
it.
And then let's just put the pulley, notice where I'm putting it here. Get it somewhere about there. We're coming into a bend, so we need to kind of emulate that.
Okay.
All right? So then we can click, and that should get us close. Now remember, the option key is really handy. Not only will it allow us to go in and, go in and do that. Let me plug in. But it will also allow us to convert. Notice what happened when I clicked on it all. Check this out. If you hold the option key and you click on a node, notice how it will actually convert it to a straight line. Isn't that neat? Yeah. Or if you click, drag and pull out with option held on, notice it will create a double-ended pulley. Isn't that neat? Yes? So Two really important things that you can do with that option, even with things that are already laid down. Option, move around your pulleys to adjust and massage. Option, click and drag will create curved lines. Option, click will then go from line to line straight. So it's amazing what we can do with one key. It does a lot of different functionality, all depending on what you do with it. Whether you click and pull out, right? Whether you go in and make that adjustment. Okay, so let me just take a step back. Cool, so even with nothing selected, let's get back at it. I'm gonna go here, hover over top of the line. Now, some of us may wanna have smart guides turned on. I have mine turned off because when I'm drawing something, I find it's a little irritating. Smart guides is here is Command U. If you're finding things are snapping all over the place, this is the first place you wanna look. If you have snap to, you may have accidentally used a short key that you didn't realize you used and things are turned on here. Make sure you don't have these snaps on right now because they're not needed and they will drive you bananas when you're trying to draw freeform. Yes? Smart guides, make sure that's not turned on. Or I guess off or on, it's up to you. I typically, again, for this type of drawing, I have them off. So I'm gonna go click, click, let's get this drawn up here. So click, click, two straight lines. Option, drag out. In theory, we could have even drawn a circle, right? That being said, we'll get there. Now, sorry, click, click, option, click, drag out. Grab your pulley, and I want you to put your pulley right about there. Let's go up here. Notice my bend isn't quite there, is it? See how it's got this weird bendy, like it's not quite a nice bend. So what we can do here is before we click, well, go ahead and click. Just before you let go, drag out. Amazing. You can even hold shift down if you want and try that. Now shift will just kind of constrain it. In this case, I don't want to hold shift. I'm going to maybe just massage it there. And that's pretty good. If you hit command down, oops, sorry. If you hit command or option now, check it out. I like to go in and adjust this. So I'm gonna make a slight bend change. See this? I'm now grabbing the pulley and I'm making a quick adjustment on the fly. This is how I typically draw. I will always just go back into my bend and make really slight tweaks as I go. As mentioned, you can go back in after the fact and do the fixing of it, but I like getting things done as I go. Why not, right? Saves me a bit of time on rework. Now, hover over top of this line segment, click, 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 and all I'm doing now is straight lines. These are beauties, Clark, right? Click, click. Now, if you've gone in already and you're like, dude, I'm way ahead of you, please don't do the antenna. I should have mentioned that. If you're like, dude, well, you gotta slow down. Don't go so fast. What I want you to do is cut right across the top here. That'll do a few things. That'll make sure that these connectors will meet at exactly the same line. These are little tips that we're gonna get into the vector side that we wanna make sure that we can create consistency. If I were to draw around, first of all, these two bends are really difficult to do. And if I were to try to duplicate a bend here, then a bend going the other way, the chances of me getting this thickness exactly the same is next to none, okay? So I'm gonna show you a little tip and trick and how we can go about that. We'll come back to that in a bit. Click. So all I'm doing here, I'm just laying down nodes, okay? Click, 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 click with the pen tool, right? Another thing I wanna do, cut this one right here. Once again, I'm gonna go in and draw a rectangle here, and I'm gonna draw a few circles in here, okay? We'll get there in a bit. Let's just get the main outline drawn in. You'll notice I do have a little cutaway or a little guy here, right? So hopefully you're all following along. That was literally just clicking, connect the dots, right? So go here, every corner, just click, 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 get close, click, click, click. Nice, okay? Now, this is where we go click, shift maybe. It's actually not shift because check it out. In theory, everyone, check it out. That is the angle, isn't it? Right? Because we're taking the body and moving it upwards, okay? That being said, do I need to worry about that so much here? No, let's just get it drawn in. And I'm just gonna do a little nudge like so, okay? Option, click and drag. Amazing. Go right about here. You'll notice I'm not quite there, okay? And I'm going to click, drag out. There we go, nice bend. I get this is foreign to some of us, and don't stress out. It's just practice, like anything I keep mentioning. I know you're like, dude, you say that every week. I know. Practice, practice. Okay, here we go. Notice I have my pulleys, right? Pulley here and a pulley there. I want to get rid of that pulley, and all we do is we click on the node. Straight line, beautiful, love it. Thank you, Illustrator. Notice I was finding I'm a little off here, right? Look at how much blue. I want to grab this. Check this out. You can grab a node at any time with the command key. Try that with me. Hit command, select on a node and move it. And then command Z. Select a node, move it, command Z. Now that was just with command held down, right? So if I need to make massaging of where my nodes are, that was just with command, white arrow, and move it. Good, right? Sorry. So in this case, I didn't want to do that. I want to just literally grab option, grab one of these pulleys, and I'll just adjust it right there. As mentioned, I did want to, sorry, I was using command to move it because I wanted it closer to the outside of the perimeter. That's nice. Click, get back into a line. That's better, right? Click, click. Now, if you're finding, oh, dude, you know what? No, I'm still option, or hit command. Check it out. I can grab that whole line and I'm just going to drag it, meow, like so. That's a little better, right? Split the difference. That's kind of the rule of thumb when you get shitty artwork. Split the difference. Oh my goodness, check that out. We're almost there, yeah? Now, with this, I need you to overlap the little tootsies here. See that? So go into the feet. Click, go over here. This is where we're gonna need to kind of have an idea of where we wanna end here. And I'm gonna go, this is where the rectangle tool will be handy. Probably should have done that. It's okay, we'll do that later. We'll come here. Okay, so what I did, remember, overlap your shapes. This, in essence, if you take spacebar command, zoom out for a second. Now, if we were, just so we can illustrate it, if we were to hide everything now, this is what we have, right? Hopefully, we have something like so. We're just drawing around the outside of the dark blue, right? Cool. Now, let's bring our template back. You can turn it on and off at any time, as you know, we're working through it. Now I'm going to go back here. If you hit command, white arrow, because we are on the P key or the pen tool, click. Now, let's finish this off. Click, I'm going to go here, straight line pretty much, straight line down, or right here. Shift, you know what, shift isn't working. There's a slight, he's kind of got a bit of a meh stance to him. So I'm going to go there. There's a bit of an angle to it. This is extremely important, everyone, right here, okay? This is what I need everyone to be at, hopefully. We got there. And this is our close. Now, it's interesting, though. Check out how these interacted, right? And I don't care how these look once they're in the feet, as long as they are overlapping, as mentioned, okay? That's the main thing. If you hit command right now, well, check it out. You can literally grab a line segment as well with the white arrow. Isn't that neat? So if you find that you messed up on a line segment, you can grab that line segment with the white arrow at any time and move it, just like we can move a point, like so, right? So to say that our command and option keys are important when we're drawing stuff is an understatement. Along with the space bar is beautiful to just move around, space bar command to zoom in, right? Many of these command keys are the same as Photoshop, right? Zoom in function, zoom out function, spacebar move around, right? The pen key or the pen tool, very similar, almost identical. The only difference being is we don't have to create a path, save a path, because the path's built in. That's what Illustrator's all about, works with paths, right? Yeah, good, we got that. Where are we at here? 10 after 10, nice. So when did we start again? 9 o'clock, so holy heck, yeah. Let's save this, be good. Now, Command S, or file save, sad robot redraw, take a step back, okay? Working, and let's save that as an AI file. Amazing. Now we have our original save within supplied, and we have our working file that we are currently working on that I know where it is. I know that's the latest updated one that I was creating, right? I have a project I'm working on that's gonna take 2 weeks. file that isn't working is always the one I get back to, right? Until I'm completely satisfied with the final. All right, all, let's take a break. Yeah, 10 minutes. So we, in theory, went around, we got blue, sort of, right? Got a lot of work to do. This might go into overtime, sorry. And if you're like, really? No one's laughing, that's okay, it's all good. So we'll come back. I'll stop recording.